So hello guys, welcome to my channel Code Odyssey. So today I'll be solving a LeetCode problem number 20. So it is a valid parenthesis. So in this problem, so basically you are given a string a yes, so which basically consists of the characters like decimal brackets, curly braces, and the big braces. So and the term valid here, so it basically means that all the opening brackets so must be closed by the same type of brackets. And another thing to remember is that the open brackets so must be in the correct order. So and you have to find if the given string so is basically a valid parenthesis or not. And you have to return true if it is a valid parenthesis, and false if it is not a valid parenthesis. So here let's see one example. Like, so this is an opening small braces and this is its closing, so it is basically a valid parenthesis, so it returns true. And if you see here, so this is the opening braces and its corresponding closing braces, opening braces, closing braces, opening braces, closing braces, so this is also a valid parenthesis. So but this is not, because you know so this is the small bracket and this is the big bracket, and this opening small bracket has do not have its corresponding closing braces, so this is not a valid parenthesis. So this is the problem. So basically like you have to check if the occurrence of these braces are in correct order or not, and to ensure that every opening braces has its corresponding closing bracket. So this is the problem. And so for this you have to implement with a stack. So let's first let me explain something about stack. So I have here, so so this will be basically our input, like a set of the string of braces. So and this will be our stack. So how we are going to solve the problem is that we take string one by one, string one by one. So let's say this is our first string, so and if it is an opening braces, so since it is an opening braces, so I'm like going to append it to my stack. And then I will like use the for loop, like to iterate to the next bracket, so this bracket, and this is also our opening curly braces, so I will be appending to my stack. And then I will iterate to here, and this is also opening bracket, and I'm going to append it to here. So whenever there is an occurrence of on the opening braces, like I'm just going to append it to the stack. So but if I encounter any closing braces, so let's say when I iterate to here, I will like get one closing braces, like so when I get one closing braces, so basically I will check if this bracket, this closing bracket has its corresponding bracket in the top of the stack or not, you know so that's why I'm using this hash map, like to get its corresponding bracket. So like let's say now I am at this stage, so that is I have this string, so and then in hash map, so in here I will check if its corresponding, that bracket will be this bracket, and if this bracket matches to the top of the stack, since this is the top of the stack, now I'm basically going to pop this. So what I will do, I will just pop this, like this. So and then my top of the stack will be this, this. So and in next time I will encounter this bracket. So when I encounter this bracket, so this is my current the bracket, and I will check in hash map what is its corresponding opening braces. So if this if it's corresponding opening braces in this hash map, like matches to the top of the stack, so since this matches to the this, so and then I am again going to like pop it. So basically I will pop this again. So and then my top of the stack will be this. So and when I come to this, so and then my current input will be this bracket, and I will check in hash map what is its corresponding opening braces. So this will be its corresponding opening braces. So for this, you can see this is its corresponding opening braces. So if its corresponding opening braces like matches to the top of the stack, so since this matches to this top of the stack. So and then I am again going to pop it, so like at the end of the loop, if my stack is empty, so because like I for the opening braces, I appended it, and for the closing braces I popped it. So if every bracket has its corresponding closing bracket, then obviously at the end our stack will be empty. So because I will get to pop it every time. So if my stack is empty, so that means true, that is I have valid parenthesis. So otherwise false. So like you can see this example. So what do you mean by here was one thing, like opening braces must be in the correct order. So what do you mean by correct order is that, so let's say this is my input, so this is my opening bracket, so it will get appended to here, and then this is my opening bracket, so this is will get appended to here, curly braces. Okay, so never mind this. So this is the curly braces, and now I will reach this stage, like this is a closing braces. So and its corresponding opening braces will be this in the hash map, right? And then this is my top of this stack, obviously. Now this is my top of the stack, and this is my current bracket, and its corresponding opening bracket. Since this opening bracket doesn't match to this, so then obviously, so we can like end the loop here, because so this is not its corresponding opening bracket. So that's what it's meant by the correct order. So this is not in the correct order, like it this bracket has its closing bracket here, and this bracket has its closing bracket here, but this is not in the correct order, so that's why it will return false. So the correct order like should have been if the curly braces was here instead of being here. And yeah, instead of being here, if the curly braces was here, so that would have been the correct order, because at this time, so my input would have been this curly braces. So instead of this curly braces and its corresponding like that, and sorry, again it is this. Okay, yeah, so this would be my corresponding like character now, and its corresponding opening bracket would have been this, and in the hash map, so since this is my current character and its corresponding opening bracket, and if its corresponding opening bracket matches to the top of the stack, since it matches, so I can again pop it, so this is all the logic you would need to implement in here. So I think we can now go with the code. So this is all the mapping you need, like so this is the closing bracket, its corresponding opening bracket, and all this. So and I'm going to implement a stack. So in Python you basically implement a stack using a list. So this is my stack, and I'm going to iterate through all the characters. Say for ch in s, so s is my basically input, you can see here. So I'm going to take every bracket, and I'm going to check if the character ch is in hash map. So why this? Because I'm just checking if it is a hash map. So hash map has key, value, and key and value. So like if ch in hash map, that basically means I'm checking only the key. So key means only this, and this. Not its value, only this. So I'm just doing this to check if it is like the closing bracket or the opening bracket. So if ch is in hash map, so that means this is the ch, the key, not its value. Okay, so if ch in hash map, so in this and this, so these are all the closing braces, so if it is, so if I'm basically checking if it is closing braces or not. So if it is closing braces, I'm going to check if so stack is empty or not, first, and I'm going to check if the stack, so basically -1 like returns the top of the stack. Let's say I have here 1, 2, 3, then -1 will be this value, the last value. So let's say if I append next time 4, then this will be -1 index, the corresponding value of this. So stack -1 basically means the top of the stack. So I'm basically going to check if top of the stack, as I said, the top of the stack and its corresponding opening braces in the hash map. So hash map ch. So what will this do is, so let's say if ch in hash map, so that basically means if it is an closing braces, so I'm going to check if the top of the stack is equal to the corresponding value, so hash map ch basically gives me the value, you know the value, this value. So as I said in here, so this hash map ch, so basically gives me this value for the corresponding current character. So and this is basically checking like here, so if the top of the stack is equal to so this value or not. So if it is equal, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pop the stack, like pop it. So, but let's say my current character is a closing braces, right, and I'm checking for its corresponding opening braces in the top of the stack. So let's say if it doesn't have, so like in previous case where this curly braces was here, so at that time so top of the stack and this weren't matching to each other. So let's say at this case, so at this case what was happening is that so this was I was appending to the stack, and my current character was this closing braces, and let's say this, and current character was this closing braces, and its corresponding opening braces in hash map was this. So we are encountering closing braces like here, but closing braces like here. So but the top of the stack and this doesn't match, so that means this is not a valid parenthesis. So I have the curly braces in the top of the stack, but my current character's corresponding opening braces is this, so this doesn't match. So it's a case what I'm going to return. So this else case is basically checking that part, so I'm going to return false, so in that case. So and now if it is not an closing bracket, so this condition is basically checking like if it is in closing bracket or not, so all these closing bracket values, you know so if it is not closing bracket, so what I'm going to do, so I'm basically going to append in my stack. And as I said before, so at last I will be checking if the stack is empty or not. So as I said before, like if my stack is empty, like after iterating through all these, so that basically means it is a valid parenthesis set. So I am going to return true if not stack, so that means return true if not stack, so that means if my stack is empty, so else false. So this is all the logic you would need, like take every character and check if it is opening bracket or closing bracket. If it is opening bracket, append to the stack, and if it is closing bracket, check if the top of the stack and the corresponding brackets corresponding input bracket, so is equal or not. So basically checking that top of the bracket is equal to current brackets corresponding opening bracket in the hash map or not. So and based on that, if it matches, so you just have to pop the stack. And like if the top of the stack doesn't match to the corresponding closing bracket, then you have to like return false because it is not a valid parenthesis set. So that means it is not in the correct order. So this is all the implementation you would need for the valid parenthesis. So now let's run it. Okay, so sorry, yeah, I have to append my character here. So append my character in the stack. So yeah, and it's all the cases have been satisfied, and now I can just submit. Okay, so yeah, so this is all the implementation you would need to check for the valid parentheses. So thank you so much, and if you find this useful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much. So until next time, see you.